Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about how to deal with criticism, how to deal with bullying, how to deal with negativity or negative people, whether it's in the workforce, whether it's in school, college, whatever. So if you want to learn how to deal with it, please keep watching. Okay, so my first golden rule is that it is not about you, it's about them. When people want to put others down, it's usually because they have some sort of fear or some type of anger or animosity or jealousy going on, either in their personal life, in their work life, in their brain. Something is making them super unhappy, so they're basically releasing that on to others. The reason people do that, I think, is because they lash out and they don't almost want to admit their own flaws, so they want to seek out attention in other ways. It's almost like a little kid who's not getting attention at home, so at school he goes and he's really bad and acts out, and the reason for that is because any attention is good attention to him, you know. So at home he's bad because he wants his mom attention, and she doesn't give it to him when he's good, you know what I mean? So when he acts bad, he's seeking that attention. So I feel like somebody who is negative towards you or has mean things to say about you or super critical, it's usually because it's about them. They have something they don't like about themselves or they're angry about, and they want to basically turn the situation around and put it on someone else, because then for a split second in their mind, they're not thinking about how they're unhappy or they're angry or whatever it may be. My number 2 rule for dealing with like just bullies, I guess, or haters or whatever you want to call them, doesn't really matter, negative people, is the 24-hour rule. And that is where, so you get like this mean, nasty text from someone and you're just like, fucking really, like, I was having a great day, and then it's just like, you just bring me down, you know what I mean? If you literally read that text and go throughout your day and you get to 24 hours, then 10 to 1, the situation is going to go away because they didn't get the attention that they were looking for. But if you decide to like clap back, whatever you want to call it, really, I like to say clap back. If you decide to respond, then you reset the clock and you have to wait another 24 hours basically for the situation to diffuse or for the person to go away, to leave you alone. So responding can sometimes not even make a difference, because people who think that way, it's gonna go in one ear, out the other. They're like a dog, like an old dog. They can't learn new tricks. They think what they think, they feel what they feel. Some people don't want to think in their head that anything is wrong with them. Some people can't admit to when they're wrong. Their ego's too big. People's egos always get in the way. I talk about the law of attraction all the time, and that's the number 1 reason people don't succeed or they hold themselves back, is because of their ego. Their ego gets in the way, it becomes too big, and half the time people don't even realize it. The reason people don't want to take chances in life and they get held back is because of their ego. They don't want to fail. So a lot of the times when someone's being negative and they're being hateful, their ego is getting in the way and they're not really seeing what the actual big picture is. So yes, when I deal with haters, like if I see something on social media or if it happens in the real world, usually, as much as I want to choke a bitch, I think in my head, you know, give them the 24-hour rule. Don't say a word, let it breathe it out, you know what I mean? Do something, whatever it is, that get your mind off of it. Don't think about it as much as it annoys you. And after 24 hours, you're going to be calmed down, you're going to be soothed. You didn't say anything you didn't mean, you didn't say anything that you can't take back, and the situation is diffused and it's usually gone. After studying this and reading, because I love learning about like why people do the things they do, I love learning about like how the brain works, just why psychologically people are the way they are. I found this article and it said about the 30-30-30 rule, so I'm going to read it to you. For every creative thing that you do, whether it's in, like I said, school, work, business, here in the beauty community, whatever, 1/3 will love you, 1/3 will hate you, and 1/3 will not give a fuck. So Do what you can, do what you love, do it awesome, and don't give a shit what other people have to say, because they're gonna put you down because they're not doing what you are. People love to hate others when they're doing what they love, because like I said, the ego gets in the way and they're too scared to do it. So when they see somebody else taking that chance and that leap of faith, it pisses them off so much, because they, in the back of their mind, whether their subconscious wants to believe it or not, they're thinking, why didn't I do it? Why didn't I try that? And so they're going to take that anger and that hate that they feel on the inside, and that's where they're going to start trolling and writing these terrible things that make no sense at all. And like I said, back to rule number 1, it's got nothing to do with you. My next rule is delete. How to know when it's time to get rid of a toxic friend, how to know when it's time to get rid of a toxic boyfriend, boss, parent, spouse, whatever. When someone's toxic to you and every time you're around them, you're just getting anxiety and you leave feeling bad, you leave feeling stressed, you don't feel refreshed, you don't feel happy, it's time to get rid of that person in your life. No matter who it is, how important they might be, you don't need it. We don't have a lot of years in our life, so you don't want to spend those years being miserable, because literally you wake up, do what you do, go to bed, repeat. Wake up, do what you do, go to bed, repeat. Why not make these little moments in life we have worth it? You know, why don't we make it worth being happy and taking advantage of it and taking advantage of everything that we can physically do in a day? I mean, if you think about it, all the time we have on this earth is not that long. So why consume yourself with someone who just isn't happy and they're trying to push their unhappiness onto you? Don't waste your time. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the night, they don't matter to you. What matters to you is who you're going to bed next with that night. Your kids, your loved one, your significant other, whoever, your dog, your cat. That's what matters, you know? The great things that you want to achieve the next day, that's what matters. So I always try to, at nighttime, write, and if I can't write, I like to think of things that are really, really important to me, things that I want to accomplish, things that I want to see in the world. You know, all the positivity that makes me happy, I try to think of right before bed, because then I get the best night's sleep ever. If you go to bed thinking of all the things you need to do, most likely you're not going to do them, because you're going to be up all night thinking about it and getting nervous and getting anxious, and your heart's going to start racing. So if you think of things that just make you happy, that you want to do, not tomorrow, not the next day, but in time, you're going to go to bed feeling so refreshed. You're going to feel really good, and then the next day you're going to get so many things done, and it's just, you're going to lead this successful life and this successful journey. And it's going to be a domino effect. And the next thing you know, you might land that dream job, or you might, you know, get pushed up the ladder in your work, or something really great might happen because you're attracting so much positivity. So definitely get rid of toxic people. You do not need them. Even as guilty as they make you feel, you don't need it. No one's got time for it. One of my most important tips too is, it's so easy to just get trapped in hate because it's super contagious. It's like SARS, herpes. Hate's like herpes, actually. Hate is super contagious. Hi. So always remember, hate is super contagious. The more you're around it, the more you're attracted to it. So the more hateful you are going to become, and you're going to start hating yourself, and you'll look in the mirror and be like, oh, look at that zit. Oh, look at my tooth snatch. Oh, look at this. You know, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. It's just going to domino effect, and your life is going to spiral into this negative spot that you don't want to be in, where you critique yourself, you critique everyone you're around, and then you're not having fun with this one life that you're given. So whenever you are around negativity and drama and hatefulness, get away from it ASAP, because you don't need it. I hope you guys learned something from this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Say bye. Bye. I'm so tired. We're just waking up.